Shalom, Israel. Brother Asher. Damn, just going into Israel really being scattered abroad. I guess you could say the spirit hop on me because originally, now I was looking at the Filipino woman because some of them look like I don't want to get too carnal. Now I'll say that for the end. So I always say that. I won't go into that little one. But of course, saying call Yahawah Rawchaa Qadash, Yahawah, Rawchaa Qadash. Praise and glorification to Yahawah Rawchaa Qadash. And of course, giving the honor to the Apostle Great Millstone, teacher well. But it's like we give the honor to the Apostle Great Millstone, teacher well. But I'm really just gonna go into the Filipino. Well, some of the Filipinos know people commonly misconception that are Moabites. Well, some of them are. Some Edomites, some Moabites, some Ammonites. Either Ammon or Moab. Most of them are Jake. Some of them are Jake. I was thinking about that. I saw a video a while ago. But I believe GMS Get This Work. They did a video on Israelites in the Philippines. People who know Yahawah, Yahawashi, I believe a group called True Nation. They had a little video, with ribs, they're interviewing a rib, a woman, who was an Israelite. A little group down there. So yeah, some of those people are Jake. Because the Northern Kingdom were enslaved in slave ships. It also cuts to Negro only, saying only black people were enslaved in the slave ship. No, had slavery over the Filipinos. And let me get that article. But before that, let me just get this precept, of course. Couple of mine, I'm about to get this classic one. First, Deuteronomy 28:64. Yahawah shall scatter thee among all people, from one of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, and neither thou nor thy fathers, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, so even with some. Even when the sun is so scattered across the four corners of the earth, and your father goes back to Israel, then when father go back to Jacob, then you're Israelite. But again, people commonly say it's only talk about you need your mother or your father, or you be a mamzer. And that man's saying you need a mother or a father, but really all you need is your father, because everything goes, but you can't show me a mother and father's lineage in the Bible. They show me their mother's side and their father's side at the same time, say his mother with this and their mother with that. They go back. You can't show that lineage in the Bible. It only goes by father. They only get that silly doctrine because the one word, get it? So they got one word in the Bible, which they commonly take, use, abuse. Get that? Deuteronomy 23 and going to verse. Even in context, talking about how to say an incest baby. A bastard. And word for bastard in the Hebrew is mamzer. Mamzer. I don't have the Hebrew pulled up, but I can guess it's a mamzers. Saying it. Yeah, I'm assuming. But a bastard. Child of incest. But no, do you skip that? Now they go down to the damn third one made by the damn Amalekites, saying like a born of a Jewish father and a heathen mother, or vice versa. They made that stupid ass bullshit. Made it like, oh no, look, you hate the father and your mother and your father are gonna be Israelite. Nah. You don't have a viable precept. They use it, abuse. Ignore this, ignore that. No, ignore both of those, but go straight to C because they have no valid argument. And that thing was put in by the damn so-called white man. Right? Because they had that misconception because they're trying to follow damn Talmudic position, Talmudic position. No one can get this because that matriarch, whatever it is, matriarch lineage system comes from the Talmud. Matriarchy, Talmud. Like grab it. Talmud. Again, they're not the best. Talmud. Although I ain't grab, but this really comes back, go back to Amalek. That back to Amalek. No Amalek. No, let's read. Yeah, I'm getting off topic again. The whole thing kind of switched up topics because I don't know, I guess it's going on with spirit, but whatever. Call it bahasham like Rawchaa Qadash. Matrilineally in Judaism, or matrilineal descent in Judaism, is the tracing of Judas' descent through the maternal line. Again, they don't have any Bible scripture for it. But reading on historical evidence marshaled by Professor Shade, whatever, indicates that a indicates that a change from a matrilineal or a patrilineal to a matrilineal based principle for the offspring of mixed unions. Mixed unions of Jew and Gentile. What the fuck is this? You people believe that man is what you're doing. What's wrong with you, bro? You people who rely on that soul. I mean, even you people saying, oh, they're not Israelites, they're mamzers. They're not Israelites, they're mamzers. Even the so-called white man says, man, hold up. You're a bastard, you're still an Israelite. You're born of, your mother and father, brother and sister, and your incest child. You're still an Israelite. You're not a third random race. You're not like a new race, a bastard. Like what, bruh? But reading on indicates a change from a patrilineal to a matrilineal based principle for the offspring of mixed unions. A so-called quote-unquote bastard of Jew and Gentile took place in the first century, 10 to 70 AD times to modern times. So they went off. They made this garbage up. These damn, during that time it was Jake. Well, Jake made this thing up. Then worshiping the damn woman. Jake made this madness, this wickedness up. Doing on your mother. Yeah, it's your mother. not off your mother, and not off your mother and father. Your mother had nothing to do with it. Originally, again, even the article says it's based on the man. You people, it didn't even say, you people who use this stupid, no other way, it's stupid argument, saying like, oh, he's born of a Jewish father and a heathen mother. Okay, but even that was true, true, which is not any kind of matters. It's still an Israelite because it goes by the father's lineage, my boy. No, it goes by the father's lineage. No, it doesn't even matter what you're saying. Like, oh, you're not, no. And plus, this definition goes off anyway. He's the mongrel born of a Jewish father and heathen mother. No, it's again an illegitimate child, a bastard. Because that'll mean King Absalom, who was born of a heathen mother, went to the temple. He was standing outside the gate of the temple. Rehoboam's mom was an Ammonitess, and he went to the temple. Solomon, well, I can't even prove Solomon's mom, so I won't say that. But Rehoboam's mother was an Ammonite. She was a so-called Japanese woman, and she probably looked fine. Solomon smacked that dude. That's a good thing, You people make this bugged out doctrine. Nah. It doesn't make sense. Even that would mean King David and Ruth was, again, a Moabite. No, she wasn't an Israelite. She was a Moabite. That. She was a Moabite. She said, going to your God. And if she was an Israelite, she would know that her God is Yahawah. She would be like, oh, I'm going to go to your God. And plus, she was bought like a harlot. Yeah, she was bought like a harlot. She was bought like a hoe on the street, bruh. She was bought like a hoe. You can't buy an Israelite. You can't buy an Israelite. You can't buy it. You can't buy an Israelite. You can't sell off an Israelite woman that's already been married, a widow. You can't buy off a widow. You can't buy a woman unless if she's not a virgin, you can't buy her off. And she's not a prostitute either. No. If she's a prostitute and if she isn't, a virgin, you can't sell an Israelite woman. No. Reading Ruth 4 and 5, now I'm going to prove that she's a heathen. Ruth 4 and 5, then said Boaz, one day thou buyest a field of the hand of Naomi, thou must buy it also of Ruth, the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. So you had to also buy Ruth. So you got to buy Ruth. You got to buy a widow woman. You can't buy a woman, an Israelite woman. You can buy a heathen woman all day. No, they got to be doing that in the king. Got to be selling heathen woman for pussy. No, got to be selling heathen woman for pussy. Yeah, no. They got to be selling a kush. No, in the kingdom. A heathen. No, or for the heathen, say at least. And selling that heathen kush. Get your code words, it's like, in the public house. But, get the point. You can't go and sell random woman for money. You can't do that. That's off. You can't sell an Israelite woman, not even for a servant, just using her, what? It doesn't make sense, But let's get a precept for that. You're Leviticus 25, and So like Leviticus 25, going down to so like yeah, gone around here, gone. I'm trying to find exactly where it is. Okay, might as well just start right here. Okay. The book of Leviticus 25 and starting verse 39. If thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bond servant. No. So if he be forced to sell himself to you, then you can't treat him as a slave. No. You can't just abuse him. But skipping on down to verse. Going on down. I used to skip around. No, I might as well read the whole thing for you. But as a hired servant and as a sojourner, he shall be with thee and shall serve thee until the year of Jubilee. I believe it was if I'm not mistaken, it's the 7th year. At the 7th year, you get free from servitude. Now, after 7 years of service, at the 7th year, then you get free from your master at the 7th year. Reading on, then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him, and shall return unto his own family, and unto the possession of his fathers shall he return. So if he, a brother gets real poor, things like that, and he just offer themselves up, because they can't afford anything, then you gotta treat him as a hired servant, You pay him, things like that. Take care of him. They treat him as a brother, like a poor brother. He's a traveler, at least. You help him up. You recover him from his low state. You give him the things he need. After a while, then you send him back because he got raised up in a low state and he got back on his feet. Reading on, for they are my servants which I have brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen or slaves. Thou shalt not rule over them with rigor, but shall fear Yahawah thy power, bahasham Rawchaa Qadash. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that run about thee, round about you. And of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. So, I'll have to read on. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, that beget your land, and they shall be your possession. Read on, need more to it. Ye shall take them as inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule over them, over another with rigor. So again, the point is, your property, shall I call it Yahawashi, but again, your property, let me get in the LT very quick. You may also purchase the children a temporary residence who live among you, including those who have been born in your land. You may treat them as your property. See that? Property. Yep. So again, Ruth was treated as property. She got sold as property. She really got sold as property. She wasn't sold as an Israelite. Because an Israelite woman, if she was an Israelite woman, she wouldn't be being sold in the first place. Why is she getting sold? She has to she'd be on her own accord. She'd be trying to get with Boaz on her own accord. No, because you're not mistaken at the whole process with you had to go, the kinsman, the dead husband had to go up to the court, go to the elders or congregation, then you're not mistaken that you gotta go to basically it's a whole arrangement thing. With the elder congregation had to go get the husband, dealing with that, you gotta go to the wife, and then might as well actually just I wanna wing it. I don't want to wing it on the camera, but so just get what he's talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Deuteronomy 25 and 5. If thou and brethren dwell together, and one of them die and have no child, and the wife of the dead shall not marry, goes out unto a stranger, her husband's brother shall go in unto her, and take her to him to wife, and perform the duty of a husband's brother unto her. So like I'm mistaken, so no. And you don't have to actually go to the elders, things like that. If you don't want to take her, then you have to go to the elders. But no, yes, go in and take the woman. Take the woman. You don't have to go to the whole court ceremony. You don't have to have the woman sold unto you. Quote unquote. No, main point. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. You don't have to be sold to your husband. You have to be given to the husband. You don't have to be sold like property. You're given. But it's saying she was a slave, basically. Because she got her ass sold along with her land, along Naomi's land to the Boaz. No, she was sold along with it. Now, why in the world would you sell a woman, an Israelite woman, what she is to get with a husband? And she didn't need to be sold by any regard, but no, she got sold because what? She's a heathen. And she didn't really have any right. If her ass getting sold, she getting sold. And plus, they took her child, like a UP, it wasn't called like that. Child protection. I forgot what that thing. No, where they take your child. They say you're untrustworthy. You're an untrustworthy father. Things like that. They take your child. Things like that. I forgot exactly what that was. What that was called, but main point and purpose is that hey, she wasn't an Israelite because what? She got her child taken away from her. This is plain. But I might as well just I want to get the point where they take the child from her. But come. There we go. Yeah, Ruth chapter 4 verse 13. Start with 13. So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife, and when he went in unto her, Yahawah gave her conception, and she bare a son. So she had a son. Ruth had a son. And the woman said unto Naomi, Blessed be Yahawah, which have not left thee to stay without kinsman, that his name may be famous in Israel. His name may be famous in Israel. And he shall be unto thee a restorer of thy life, and nourisher for thy old age. For thy daughter-in-law, which loveth thee, which is better to thee than seven sons that bore him. And Naomi took the child and laid it in her bosom, and nursed unto it. And the woman and her neighbors gave it a name. So Ruth didn't give her a name. Ruth didn't even get her child. Naomi took her. Not only that, she didn't get to name the child. The people, the woman around her, the other woman then named her child. The other Israelite woman named the heathen woman's child, named Obed. Now reading on, there is a son born to Naomi. Naomi didn't even get birth. Hold on, let me get the LT. A neighbor woman said, "Now at last Naomi has a son again." And they named him Obed, and he the father of Jesse and the grandfather of David. In the KJV, there's a son born to Naomi, and he calls his name Obed. He's the father of Jesse, the father of David. So it's plain. They took her child. Didn't even give her. Didn't say the name, but didn't say the child was born of Ruth. No, they said the son was born of Naomi. And they named the child. They didn't like give Ruth the respect and then name her own son. No, but they named him. And Naomi already took the child anyway. Oh, hold up. I just glanced over this. Hold up. And Ruth 4 and 16, Naomi took the baby and cuddled him to her breast, and she cared for him as if he were her own. No? But again, of course, call Yahawashi like your Rawchaa Qadash for Ruth, because of Ruth got David, and because of David got Yahawashi, got Solomon. No? Of course, I pray this Yahawashi like your Rawchaa Qadash for it. But now Ruth was a heathen. Get over it. It is what it is. Ruth is a heathen. She got bought. No, Ruth 10:4-10. More Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of Mahlon, have I purchased to be my wife, to raise up a name of the dead upon his inheritance, that the name of the dead be not cut off from among his brethren, and from the gate of his place. Ye are witnesses this day. So yeah, she got purchased to be a wife. Like how you buy, like you got bought to be a wife. Now we're completely off course what I was saying, but you get the point. Yeah, Ruth was a Moabite. Mamzers, or quote unquote mamzers, are illegitimate childs or incest babies. And even if the word quote unquote bastards, it still be Israelites according to the so-called white man where you got that definition. You know? Believing in the damn white man culture, the Amalekites culture, at least the Amalekites. And you believe the damn Amalekites before you believe your own people. It's wild. Yeah, that's wild. Getting on that's the point of the video. Then 30 minutes in, I wanted a whole different thing, but call Yahawashi essentially like Rawchaa Qadash. Slavery was widespread in the Philippine Islands before the archipelago was integrated. Slavery was widespread in the Philippine Islands before the archipelago was integrated into the Spanish Empire. Policies banning slavery that the Spanish crown established for its empire in the Americas were extended to its colony in the Philippines. The vice royalty of the New Spain oversaw the Philippine administratively and Fremius of the Manila, Galilean, and Acapulco sometimes saw the importation of Philippine slaves who were labeled, I'm gonna butcher this name, Chinos. Crown policies regarding the favorable treatment of indigenous populations were prohibited of slavery and prohibition of slavery were enforced in the Americas since the early 16th century. These were initially not always adhered to, though with time and following the spread of Christianity, slavery was completely abolished. But originally they had slaves from the Americas to, the Philippines. Yeah, I really didn't tap into this article. I just decided to get in here because I was looking at a Filipino one. I was like, shit, some of them look like Eve. No, yeah, some of them look like Eve. So I was like, shit. So I just tried to do a lesson. The Spirit had me do a lesson. Without going off. It was this. Well, let's read this real quick. Spaniards considered it legitimate to enslave non-Christian captives from wars and trade them legally in time past. Hold on. Calling up Qadash. This is because they did not consider this an uncivilized and unchristian act, because they believed that men were not created equal and the inferior men may be ruled by the superior ones. But really, on a deeper down level, is us. We have rulership over them, because we are the children of the Lord, and they are the children of men, and also the children of the wicked. Esau being the children of the wicked, because they're the borders of wickedness. Malachi 1:4, and everyone else is just the children of men. I believe that Genesis 6:1, the sons of God looked on the daughters of men. Sons of God being the Israelites, the chosen seed. Jake, the quote unquote giants. All that really get boiled down to the righteous. Christians, however, were anticipated to show sympathy to the people suffering, and this made some masters free their slaves. A lot of them apprenticed their slaves so they could still work under their supervision once they were freed. Apprenticized, so made them apprentices or the underlings. Reading on, there were two major types of slaves: the enslaved, the esclavos, Negroes who were purchased from Africa, who were Africans purchased from Portugal. Those Africans being Jake. If I'm not mistaken, those are Jake. From Portugal to the Portugal. They originally took from the west coast of Africa. They're the first ones took in from there. Then they brought from the homeland. Then they brought to the homeland. They sold to the Philippines. So even the southern kingdom there. The southern kingdom's in damn Philippines. Ooh. And there's the esclavos blancos, who were Moros taken from war. These were usually sold in public auctions. People from both the middle and upper class bought them, as well as the clergy. And let's look at the Moros real quick, see what they are. Moros. Hold on, let me look this up real quick. I'm gonna grab it. Hold up. See who these Moros are. Moros, Philippines. Moros were, say the least. There's also Jake as well. Moro people, or Ban Casamoro people, are 13 Muslim majority, as well as a logic guess. It's from Australia, okay. And some Jake were in there as well, but most of them are in Australia. Most of them were probably Japheth. A little bit Japheth in there. Japheth or not Japheth, then Jake. Yeah, I'm not very sure about them. But shit. We get back to the article. Yeah, and I really don't have a little lesson. I really don't have a little lesson to this, no. But shit. I'm just going off the spirit. It's bad. No. It's bad. It's going off the spirit. But let's keep going. Spanish slavery in the Philippines. I was looking for anything really hits the nose on the main point. But I think that's basically it. But shit. I'm gonna make one last search before I send the video. Native American slavery in Philippines. Native American slavery in the Philippines. Let's see. I can't find what I'm looking for. Then shit. I believe you're already probably not enough. Because even amongst Jake, Sons of the Kingdom Jake, who getting enslaved and sold to the Philippines. Oh, hold up. Sold to the Philippines. What the? Oh. Yeah, scam site. What the hell? But even the people who are selling in the Philippines, some of them also were the older kingdom well because they got mixed in. I mean, already getting, really the people getting sold in the first place, and after them was Jake. So he kind of mixed both of them, both Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much down here. Can find what I'm looking for because the sites don't work. That's the reason the sites don't work. No. Yeah, basically I'm down here. Of course, saying call Yahawah Yahawashi, Rawchaa Qadash, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Rawchaa Qadash, and praise and glorification to Yahawah. Bahasham Rawchaa Qadash. And give me the honors of Apostle Great Millstone, teacher well. And I want to look at one last thing. There you go, look at one last thing. Yeah, I'm basically gonna close out. See what it is. But the chinos, yeah, the Lord caught my eye with it. The chinos, let's see, chinos. I can type it, chinos. But yeah, I'm pretty much done here. But I'm a little unified by the video. You have any questions or any comments, or you're offended, just hit me up in Actual Israel on Facebook, and let me go over some people as well. They're Chinese. Okay. And lower unified. And again, also if you have any comments or questions, again, leave in the comment section down below. Leave your advice up as well. Again, then call Yahawah Rawchaa Qadash, and Shalom.